Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? This is Sammy Lega here representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys a review for a upcoming anime that's coming for Adult Swim, and I'm talking about Housing Complex C. This is gonna be releasing out, I think, October the 1st, probably at midnight. And okay, so Housing Complex C is a location that's got most of the majority of the people are a little bit elderly. There's one lady there with her son's a little bit older, kind of recluse. And there's Momo. Momo is the little girl that's resident there, presumably with her mother. Got some thoughts about that. And everything seems fine, but one day they go to kind of like this underground cavern, and they're kind of looking for old stuff because, one of the residents says, there's a machine with some shaved ice down there. They go down there, find it, and, they notice that there's something else going on there. And it's simultaneous at the same time, there's new residents coming in as well. And these new residents is Yuri and her mom and dad. But her dad is a researcher, and he's brought some other researchers that are foreigners to help with the project they're trying to work on for excavation. So what did I think about the first episode? It's only 25 minutes long. It is very interesting. Best example I can give you, if you've seen Summertime Render, which most likely you probably have not, it's kind of like that. It's really like you're trying to understand what's going on, and you're kind of noticing that each one of the individual characters have layers to them. There's backstories to them. There's things that are kind of off-putting about them. And even the opening sequence throws you completely off, because the opening sequence, it takes place a bit later on. It's not even in this episode later on. So we're already off-put by that. And when you get like a gist of some of the characters that you start to see from that first opening sequence, you're like, how did we get here? And I think most classic thrillers and horror movies, they were in that same vein, which I appreciate. The only thing I'll say with this one is at times the music doesn't fit with the seriousness of the tone. Because the character Momo, like when you get a gist of like who she is and why the complex people are taking care of her and who she's talking to, it shines a different light on her and your perception of her. And I think that the same exact thing is going to be for Yuri, because of certain stuff that they implied and said. So I like that the characters are multifaceted, multi-layered. They're not just one note. Like, there's significance to every single resident here and what could or might happen to them moving forward in the show. Animation is great. It looks beautiful. It looks really good, actually. It was just weird because at times the pacing just didn't fit in conjunction with how it was. And I think it might be because I'm spoiled, because summertime rendering, the pacing is just here. Breadcrumb, payoff kind of thing. And in this first episode, it left some really good breadcrumbs for me to want to, follow, so to speak, but it didn't feel like it was paced well for whatever reason within the 25 minutes that it had. And I'm not saying that they are wasting time, but some stuff I was kind of like, this is weird and off-putting. Like, where are you taking this art? Because I'm looking at it not as a person that's like, a critic. I'm looking at it as though if I'm a viewer, like, what are you doing to grab me in? And I think that's going to be the quote unquote like issue of this housing complex. See, but it was I think it was really a pretty good first episode. I rested at 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Definitely worth traveling down this rabbit hole. So let me know what you guys think once you watch it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. We got a lot of content coming, and you really don't want to miss any of it. Okay, guys? Peace, people.